Hello. How you? I am hip-hop artist Frankey Barrz, and I got the keys to the photographers, or like photographers, and I wear this hat because I paint pictures. But before we go into today's motion picture, I'd like to remind you to tune in to my debut television show, The Frankey Barrz Show. Aired on DCTV, also on my YouTube channel where you can watch and subscribe. This month's episode is The Frankey Barrz Show episode 3, Poetry and Policy, aired every 7th of the month on DCTV, that's RCN 10, Comcast 95, and Verizon 11. Now, as we transition into our motion picture, we're going to talk about the art of photography, or how to be a photographer. Now, if I were to give you the definition of photography, and you say, Frankie, what is photography? What is photography? Photography is the art or practice of processing photographs. And today, I'm going to allow you to connect with two premier digital media companies in Washington, D.C. So you're going to hear from two lead photographers from Washington Digital Media. First, you're going to learn and feel the art of photography from Edgar Ramiro, where he's going to discuss with you about photography, and you're going to hear from a lead photographer of Washington Digital Media, Barbara Gomez. Now, you need to know that in Washington, D.C., we have a lot of very talented photographers from Latino descent. And we need to continue to take our women of color of Latino descent and put them in the forefront of the camera as they kill it from behind the camera. And then we're also going to hear from Tom Mullins, who is the lead photographer, who's also with D.C. Scene, taking pictures, taking photos, carrying out the art and the process of taking photographs. So you can learn and feel the art of photography. So how does Washington Digital Media add value or affect the community of DC through the photography services?
Well, I think that the way that our photography services add value to the community of DC is that, we look at photography as more of a documentation of history rather than a service that we can provide anyone. I think it's more important to look at how do we document history, and I definitely think that through the photography services that we offer, we definitely are able to do that for businesses large and small, weddings, families, corporate entities, and I think that's how we do it.
Cool. What would you say makes photography an art? Describe like the art of photography.
Well, first you have to ask yourself, what is art? And for me personally, what I think is art is having the courage to express yourself through a creative platform. And definitely as a photographer myself, I try to express myself in those ways through my edits, through my coloring, through my, symmetrical photography skills, as you could say.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
En Washington Digital Media hemos venido trabajando con la comunidad, específicamente con una organización sin fines de lucro que se encarga de apoyar y ayudar a los adolescentes que se encuentran en riesgo de calle y problemas familiares. Ellos les ofrecen lugares temporales donde les permiten pasar un tiempo, conseguir calor familiar, alimentos y servicios básicos. Personalmente considero que la industria audiovisual está polarizada hacia el género masculino. Sin embargo, en la actualidad se puede ver muchísimas mujeres en distintas áreas como editores de video, fotografía y considero que hoy en día no es una cuestión que tenga que ver con los géneros, sino con el talento.
I'm Tom Mullins of the D.C. Street Photography Collective, here at the invitation of Frankey Barrz, the Hip-Hop Ambassador for D.C.Statehood now. So Frankey asks what the credentials of photography are as a visual art, which they unquestionably do apply to, but it is a victim of its own success. Photography is so easy to learn, like checkers or dominoes. You can learn it in minutes, although it does take a lifetime to master. 2 billion photographs are taken each and every day. In 2 minutes, more photographs were taken than through the entire 1800s. We are inundated with photographs. Now, photography is a teacher, it's a propagandist, it's a documentarian of world events, and it's a scorekeeper. So, as a photographer, as an artist, how do you keep your, as James Baldwin put it, your antennae up? There's a great line from Dorothea Lange, who documented the Depression for the WPA, which she goes beyond even having a camera and says, in fact, a camera is an instrument to teach you how to see without a camera, to keep your eyes open in a world through which we too often sleepwalk, and see the little tender moments that are around us, to keep an eye out for the more visceral and exciting moments which come to us, and if we're lucky, get some really good images as well, if you take the time to see them.
Now I'm going to take you from DC photography and bring you to Atlanta photography. Take you on a journey with me and my partner, who I used to shoot photos and videos with. His name was Dro Big, aka Pedro the Plug. He died. He passed away. But his soul lives on through the pictures. Dro Big, yeah, he stayed with connects. Everywhere we went, they would pay us respect. Hustling all day, spend the evenings with Dro. I took the air bid, he would sleep on the floor. Dressed up downtown with no reason to go. Southwest Atlanta got the keys to the boat. Producing videos till the season gets slow. Booking girls in the streets on the low. Piedmont Road, at a stripper party with Smurf, with some models by the water in the pool she immersed. 85 North, we were swerving the truck, smoking perk till our face looked purple and stuck. Things changed, felt it was the worst of days. Someone called, told me Joe just died of AIDS. Soul lives through the photos cause he not with me. Lives in the heart with me, that's the art of photography. He lives through the photos cause he not with me. He lives in the heart with me, that's the art of photography. If you love someone who died, point your hand and subscribe. If you love someone who died, point your hand and subscribe. When you capture the images of your loved ones, it captures that soul, the way you live through and live with that person and connect with that person spiritually, because you captured the image. It's time travel. You can always remember that feeling. You can always remember that moment. You can always connect and remember that soul through the art of photography.